Welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Phi Golf and of course Kun Chen.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Now Kun Chen, you have I guess a little bit updates on what's going on with the visit. From the Chinese
Defense Minister,
Defense
Kun
Minister.
Mr. Fan Changlong.
Okay.
All right. Yesterday, the government spokesman Kun Thirat Ratana Sewi reveals that the Prime Minister Kun Yingluck Shinawatra has stressed the Thai policy for peaceful solution in the area of South China Sea. The South China Sea issue is related to the security and political aspect of this area.
Okay.
But that not exactly linked to Thailand. Yes.
Actually, it's quite linked to
Okay.
Thailand.
I just didn't realize
Because this will affect the region as a whole in the long run.
That's true.
The thing is that China has drawn a map to claim sovereignty over almost all of the small islands in the South China Sea.
And they got conflict rose with a lot of countries in Asia.
Yes, especially around the Paracel Island
Paracel,
of Malaysia and Paracel Island
With
of
Taiwan.
Vietnam.
Taiwan and Vietnam.
And
Okay.
Spratly Island along the various tiny island with arbitrary line called 9 dotted line.
9 dotted lines. Okay.
Which if we look at the map, almost nothing is left for Vietnam, Malaysia and Brunei to claim for the sovereignty. This action of China is actually against the UNCLOS or the United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea.
Right, because if they actually be able to claim this, then other country will probably get merged into that as well.
And now we see Paracel and Spratly area in the map we
And
showed
you
you.
probably lost a lot of marine resources, right? Because that means you're not going to be able to catch anything during within that area.
The thing is that in this globalization era,
Okay.
we already talked about the soft diplomatic tool that the country would use culture.
I guess this is not so soft.
Yes, this is very conventional that
Right.
the China is using. This the big counterpart in this issue is Vietnam, which is also claimed the rights over the Paracel Island as well, and also the Philippines that already confronted with China at the Scarborough Shoal, which is the triangle area, which forms itself along the Luzon Island
Okay.
in the Philippines.
Okay.
So that means we would take side with the big sea, right?
Yeah, are we taking side here? Are we going to get in trouble?
I will get to that. But
Okay.
For now, since July 2012, the China has banned other nationality ships to enter this Scarborough Shoal.
Oh, they acted on this already.
Yes, they put
Flag.
flag
Really? Can
and
you do
fences
that?
on that.
They do that.
Okay.
It's already done.
All right.
So now we call it the cold standoff because they're not fighting, but China is
just-
quite seizing the area. Therefore, Vietnam and Philippines are the two ASEAN member countries that confront with China over the territory issue from time to time. While Malaysia, with the Spratly issue, try not to look at this issue much because the Malaysia has quite very healthy trade relationship with China.
Okay.
Other member countries are also a very good partner with China. So if we look at the map again, we will see that China has geographical, what the academic call it, geographical sensitivity,
Okay.
where it's located among countries that are good friends with the US,
Okay.
Japan, Korea. Even though the China is a good friend with North Korea, it doesn't help much.
Oh, yeah.
Also with Taiwan and Thailand. So if you look at the trade aspect, up north of China is Mongolia, Siberia, and Russia, which are basically mountains and swamp.
Right. Which won't impact in this particular sea territory anyway.
While the west of China, in its land itself, is an undeveloped area. So there are mountains that connected to India and Nepal,
Okay.
along with bad roads and transportation system. So, but if we look at the capitals of China and its city, the Hong Kong, Macau, and Beijing are along the coast area.
Yeah.
So it's quite important for China to secure this sea area.
That's for sure. That's a sea of gold.
But you can't, like, are they, you gonna secure everything? You gotta share. And of course, our prime minister gonna, obviously, you know, you can't say that we oppose what you're doing. Like, I
she
understand
can't.
that.
The thing is that China said they would cooperate with what the ASEAN said.
Okay.
But the big problem is that the ASEAN has to act on consensus.
Which we're not gonna.
No.
Because obviously, you know, some country will.
Oh, that's a thing.
It's kind of
Because it's impacted them. Would
because
you?
China is not in ASEAN.
Of course not.
So when Thailand taking sides with China, that
We
means
might
Thailand
be-
we will veto any consensus that will go against China's willing, right?
because
Vietnam will be affected, obviously.
Vietnam,
It's a
Malaysia.
very clever tactic.
and Philippines. But last year, these countries kind of hoped that the Cambodia would act on this
Okay.
because it hosts the meeting of the ASEAN,
Right.
but it did not.
Well, of course. The thing is, Cambodia doesn't have that, you know, the power to actually really mobilize.
Oh yes, I remember that
push.
motion was down, and Cambodia could not come out with any declaration after the meeting. This is the first time.
And if you still remember, the Prime Minister Kun Yingluck Shinawatra has been criticized when President Obama visited this
Right.
country, that she expresses herself too much over the body language and gestures.
Actually,
She got in trouble again?
She just
Oh.
smiled too much.
But the same thing happened when the Prime Minister of China visited Thailand as well.
Right.
She kind of had to do the same thing because
Because otherwise, it's, well, I think it's probably her personality. Don't forget, we've
Right.
seen her pictures in front pages before when she's like really overly happy. And I think that's like her personality. The thing is, you can be prime minister and you can be funny.
actually we have
We are
have
funny.
to. I think she has to please China because the country has been supporting us financially.
Of course, like
Especially
trade
after the
wise.
flood.
I think a lot of countries have to please China because trade-wise, you know, like this is one of the biggest and most influential countries in the world. I mean, apart from the United States, so it's understandable.
And it's
but,
closer to us than United States.
But after the meeting, did the prime minister actually came out and say that, yay to whatever you are trying to get out the area, or are we saying that? Could you please talk to each other?
The Prime Minister and the Defense Minister of China agree on that they would try to work on the peace building
good.
in the area, but
That's all I
they
wanna
did not say in specific points.
Okay, that's good because you know we don't say anything because we're gonna get in such a big trouble
Right.
with the rest of the neighboring countries. Now, of course, we're run out of time, and that's all the time we have. However, you can visit us on our Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Thailand or email us at morningthailandshow@gmail.com. Watch our playback on YouTube as well as watch our rerun at 10 to 11.
We still love to hear more comments and opinions from you, especially
Exactly.
the positive ones.
And of course, if you would like to have to advertise anything with us, you can contact us with the same email. At this time, we're going to have to say goodbye. I'm Wanasan Kerhong.
อัมธนันท์ ณภัทรน้อยเวียง
เชนจุนสุทธนากุล
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ